Come on, let me get a shot. Here we go, baby. Hey, welcome aboard here on the Sports Desk, my friends. I'm Scott Stanford. Boy, was it ever cold at the stadium today. Froze my lapels off, if you know what I mean. But it was sunny. It was opening day. People playing hooky from work, kids playing hooky from school. It's the American way. Welcome back to an all-new edition of Boxing 30. I'm Scott Stanford. In this episode, we're going to feature 5 major title holders who are all in action recently. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard here on the soon-to-be award-winning edition of CBS Sports HQ. And I say award-winning because it's a guarantee when this man is sitting nearby. He's EK, I'm SS, but I never aspired to be a wrestler. I wanted to be backstage interviewer, Mean Gene Okerlund. Now, Gene passed away last night at the age of 76. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and from here to Colorado, not a creature was stirring, not even Manny Machado. Jets were looking good to get to 4-3, but when it was all said and done, Jets fans were looking at their TV sets like this. You got to be proud of the way you guys battled tonight, man.
Yeah, what a team effort all around.
Luke, you and I spoke last week about you contributing, man, in the month of September. How's it feel contributing in October? You basically put the nail in that coffin.
I know, man.
Never before in the same live shot have you guys ever appeared together. Is that true? What do I get the woman who has everything? Well, a picture with me and of me and my autograph. Can you see that? There we go.
Gosh! Oh my God!
Huh?
Oh!
All right, so the Giants were given no shot at taking the Chiefs yesterday, and yet the Giants took the Chiefs yesterday. Wasn't the best offensive game ever, but a win is a win. And all reports coming out of Giants camp today indicating that it was quarterback Eli Manning giving a passionate, fiery speech before the game. Now, there's no video of the speech, but running back Orleans Darkwa said Eli got everybody riled up. Darkwa said he talks to us a lot, but this time you could sense the fire in his voice. I'm sorry, what? We do have video of Eli before the game?
Oh, good.
Oh, let's take a look.
We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to just keep our composure.
He was fired up. Wow, look at this. Last night, we told you how Raiders running back Marshawn Lynch was kneeling for the national anthem and stood for the Mexican anthem while playing the Patriots in Mexico. Well, guess who took time to tweet about Lynch today? You guessed it, President Trump. He wrote, Marshawn Lynch of the NFL's Oakland Raiders stands for the Mexican anthem and sits down to booze for our national anthem. Great disrespect. Next time, the NFL should suspend him for the remainder of the season. Mr. Trump added attendance and ratings way down. NFL VP Communications Joe Lockhart was asked if he had a response, and he said no. Not many have had a worse NFL debut than Bills quarterback Nathan Peterman, the rookie. Peterman in against the Chargers yesterday for the bench Tyrod Taylor. He threw 5 interceptions in 14 pass attempts. 5 interceptions. Taylor didn't throw an interception in his first 38 starts, which leads us to today's edition of Hindsight is 2020.
It's time now for Hindsight is 2020 with Scott Stanford.
I never would have started Peterman, ever.
And this has been Hindsight is 2020 with Scott Stanford.
And by the way, there's really only one Peterman that I'm ever going to acknowledge.
As I was standing knee-deep in the amber waters of the River Ganges, elbow to elbow with the fishwives of New Delhi, learning the gentle art of river laundering, trying to put the last-minute spit shine on a pair of baby blue boxer shorts, or something like that.
Mr. Peterman, Knickerbockers hosting the Clippers at the Garden tonight. The Devils skate in Minnesota. You guys want to see a quick fight?
Sure.
South African WBO bantamweight champ Zolani Tete goes first round knockout punch over Siboniso Ganya. Tete now holds the record for fastest knockout in a major title fight. 1 punch, 1 knockout. It's the only facility in the world to host an Olympics, a Super Bowl, and a Final Four. It's the former home of the Atlanta Falcons. And after a 25-year run, The Georgia Dome in Atlanta was imploded this morning, and this camera had the perfect position to catch the implosion in its entirety until that bus pulled right in front.
That's great.
And watch this, it's going to sit there.
That's great.
Until it pulls away and leaves us with nothing but a cloud of smoke. This is unbelievable. This guy's picking people up.
You gotta be and watching it.
The Mercedes-Benz Stadium opened this summer, of course.
Doesn't
Look,
get better
it's
than
gone.
that.
Wow.
That's all to say.
That's going
Nothing
to
else
do
say.
it for us at 6 o'clock.
When the Yankees pull off a double play, would you normally hear A, double vision by Foreigner, B, double your pleasure, double your fun, C, It Takes Two by Rob Bass, or D, 2 Tickets to Paradise?
I'm going to go with D. I don't know if it's right.
Double vision by
Yeah.
Foreigner? Oh, sorry.
No.
0 for 1.
Wow, what was the third one again?
It takes two to make a thing
go right.
It takes two to make it happen. What song plays at Yankee Stadium after every game?
Frank Sinatra.
Nice.
New York, New York.
Nice, Tom. If you didn't get that one, they would have thrown you out.
They would have had my head.
Oh, baby, come on, man. Good old New York, baby.
Nice,
the best in
nice.
the biz.
When the opposing team makes a pitching change at Yankee Stadium, opposing team, which song has not been played on the PA? Is it Hit the Road Jack, Urgent by Foreigner, or Changes?
Oh, that has not been played?
Not been-
Maybe Urgent by Foreigner?
Oh, Tommy, it was 0 for 2, Craig.
D?
Yes, nicely done, my friend. I'll give them to you again.
I think I'm going to go with C.
Urgent by Foreigner?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, change.
You changed it in time, no pun intended. Middle of the 8th. Usually hear Cotton Eye Joe, right? Finish these lyrics. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from?
Cotton Eye.
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
You know, one Yankee legend who always loved going up against the Red Sox was none other than former Yanks catcher and captain Thurman Munson. Munson and Boston catcher Carlton Fisk had such a terrific rivalry all their own. Well, yesterday marked nearly 4 decades since that tragic plane crash that took Munson's life.
Munson hits it high, hits it well to left. Wilson going way back, way back. It is.
He was the first Yankee to be named team captain since Lou Gehrig. Thurman Munson was a player's player and beloved by Yankee and non-Yankee fans alike.
Munson hits it high and deep to left. Baker going way back, going, and it's gone. Home run, Munson.
Now 39 years ago, on August 2nd, 1979, the Yankees catcher died at the age of 32 when the plane he was flying crashed just short of the runway at Akron-Canton Airport in Ohio.
He was the best, man. I think the Yankees and New York suffered a great loss.
It's just a shock. I just can't believe it. I remember where I was. I was in, we had a home game. I was managing the Mets, and came up across the scoreboard. It just stunned me. I certainly remember Billy Martin trying to deal with it. He was a mess.
I remember the day, unfortunately, we were when I was with the Mets, we were playing at home, and I was hitting. I was in that batter's box, and the Mets put up the information of his passing on the scoreboard during the game. And I was at the plate, and I remember Billy Williams was the umpire at the time, and I remember him screaming and yelling, time. I didn't know what was going on, and he walked out in front of me, and he said, look up at the scoreboard, and it just took your breath away.
We pause to pray for Thurman Munson, our brother and your faithful son.
Thurman was awesome. One of the best guys I ever played with. Unbelievable competitor, family guy, and just an unbelievable teammate. I'm glad I had an opportunity to play with him. He was a Yankee true and a great captain and a guy that just loved to play the game.
As a young kid, he made my job so easy. I didn't have to think about anything other than throwing the pitch that he would call.
Yeah.
He took all the responsibility off of my shoulders and just said, look, You just throw what you see me call, and everything will work out. Just trust me. And I always did.
What made him such a special player?
Oh, he was so clutch. I mean, Captain Clutch is who he was, and he hit in the middle of the order, and he was a complete player. And it wasn't just a defensive guy, he just wasn't an offensive guy. He did everything, and he led by example. And I think that's what made him so special.
Well, after his death, Munson's locker in the Yankees clubhouse remained untouched. It stayed that way until they tore down the old stadium 10 years ago. Thurman's locker was moved all in one piece to the new stadium, where it sits on display in the Yankees Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play America's favorite game show, Know Your Foe. Last week, Nick Mullins became the first 49er quarterback to A, get verified on Twitter, B, throw 3 touchdowns in his 49er debut, or C, ride the trolley car to work.
I'll go with the 3 touchdowns in his debut.
Nicely done, my friend.
He probably just got verified on Twitter.
He did, but he also threw 3 touchdowns in his debut.
Throw 3 touchdowns in the opening?
In his debut? Nice. The 49ers mascot goes by the name of A, Gritty, B, Mr. Met, C, Whiner Niner, or D, Sourdough Sam.
Can I go Gold Rush, even though that's not an option?
Sorry.
I like Sourdough Sam.
Nicely done, my friend.
Oh, that's the answer?
That was a guess?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Look at you.
Good.
25%. You got it right.
Whiner Niner, I'm going to go with.
Oh, sorry. It's Sourdough Sam. The commercial that ends with the slogan, the San Francisco treat, is promoting A, Buttoni Fettuccine, B, Ronzoni Penne, or C, Rice-A-Roni.
Rice-A-Roni.
The San Francisco treat.
I'm old, so I know it's Rice-A-Roni.
I knew you would know.
You got to help me out with this one.
You're probably too young to remember. Rice-A-Roni.
San Francisco treat.
Can you sing that for me or no?
No.
Joe Montana quarterbacked the Niners to 4 Super Bowls. Who performed the halftime show at last year's Super Bowl? Was it Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake, or Soulja Boy?
It wasn't Soulja Boy.
Nah.
I think it was Gaga.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Really?
Lady Gaga?
Nope.
It was Justin Timberlake, and he had the Jordan song.
Nicely done, my friend.
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
The 49ers play all their home games at which stadium? Is it Calvin Klein Stadium, Levi Stadium, True Religion Stadium, or Wrangler Stadium?
It is Levi Stadium.
Nicely done, my friend.
Yeah.
Levi Stadium.
Come on, give me one Rice-A-Roni.
Rice-A-Roni.
The San Francisco treat.
I can't sing that.